Hello, I'm the 1B, and this is more of the Legneds series with our main character, Scribe. I'm just finishing getting set up here. I just went live, that's good, check there. Alright, just refresh this, make sure my settings are good. I need my tablet. Just want to turn this down a little bit. Cool. Alright, we're set to go. We got a bunch of stuff over here. So we're going to keep it probably to a 2-hour stream tonight. I kind of actually wanted to do more, but there's some stuff. I got to fold clothes and stuff, and I was kind of being lazy today, so. Let's see, we were working on flame glue yesterday. So, before getting on stream, let's switch that. It's pretty loud. We're going to switch to this one. This one's not so loud. I was watching a video. Let's see here. Let me pull it up real quick. It was on YouTube. It was during Comic-Con, I think, like Comic-Con 2015. Let's see, what history. Let me see. Whoa. It's not, that's whoa. Let's see, when was this shared? 2012. But it's from DeviantArt. It's fan art law at Comic-Con. Yeah, so I was watching that, and like, this is why I don't, I need those to be more like bubbles. This is why I don't play music during my stream, because I don't want to have to deal with copyright stuff. I'm going to go ahead and erase this all down here. And is there concept above this? No. I probably should be working on this. I probably should work on the shelf before I do these. So we're gonna go ahead and make a group, call it items on shelf, and we're gonna drop each of these into that. Droppers. And this is the shelf itself. So let's hide items on shelf. So what I was saying is, yeah, this is why I don't play music. They were talking about fan art stuff, and it just really made me think, like, I don't even want to do fan art because of these copyright laws. And it's kind of a shame, because I feel like there's some merit to that. So, like, I probably wouldn't do any fan art on stream, and oops. There's also, like, I see a lot of people do, like, commissions, right? Like fan art commissions, and it makes me worry about certain things. Yeah, it just makes me really worry about this is solid. Let's go to one of these. It makes me worry about having to deal with, because I had thought about it, like, you know, I am developing my own style of stuff, and I'm working to get better, and there is some good things about doing fan art. You get to, somebody said, or I watched this video about doing fan art today actually, and then I had seen this video for the copyright stuff, and it's okay. Like, a lot of it is actually okay. Like, there's like this unsaid rule that you can put this stuff in your portfolio, that it's like, I can do these characters, so I can do things like this, you know. But I think there's something said about having your own, this originality, all these your own characters that you've created, and I don't know. So I don't think I would ever do fan art for commission. I think what I would do is, there is a subreddit where people go and they have you, they request that their D&D characters be drawn up, and I think this is for like, I think there's a spot for like a picture of your character, and I think this is something that I would do, because I wouldn't be copywriting anything. Like, they would basically give me the information about their character, which it wouldn't just be D&D, right? Like, people would be giving me characters about all types of games that they wanted created, or games, or just in general. And these are original characters, and that's something that I would rather do, versus like remaking Batman or remaking Superman or whatever for somebody. But what was said in this video, that's what I was kind of talking about, was that you're kind of digesting like how they did things, the process of stuff, because you're like redoing it, right? So like their design thoughts, their design, I can't remember exactly, like he said that you digest like 4 parts of their art, but basically the idea is you're like taking in that artwork and you're trying to figure out how they did it, but with your own like thought process. And it's something that I thought was a good learning thing, and I think that this is why people do like recreation of masterworks. Like, they go and do a recreation of the Mona Lisa, or I don't know that much about other arts, some of Van Gogh's stuff. I should really start looking into some of that stuff. Like, I've seen like a lot of paintings, and I've looked at like a lot of them. I don't know them by name, and so I should start really looking into these guys. And I know that because, you know, it's art, and that's what I'm learning, and it helps to know these things, and it also helps in discussing these things. So yeah, but that's what I was just kind of thinking about when this is why I don't do, because actually a lot of so like there's people that do fan art as a commission, so they're making money off the fan art. And so what made me think is that a lot of people, like, I don't want to, because I've thought about playing music and doing these commissions too, I just don't want to have to deal with any of the repercussions, and I would rather do original pieces of my own. But there is, like I said, there's merit to people recreating other people's characters and so forth. But what I was thinking is, like, a lot of Twitch gamers are playing copyrighted music on their channel, and even some of the creatives. And on top of that, they're also doing like fan art, and they're selling like commission stuff, which is a break of violating copyright law. So not only are they breaking copyright law via playing music over their stuff, they're breaking copyright law by creating someone else's work and selling it. And I don't know if I necessarily like agree with copyright law, if I do or not. Like, I think I have to know a lot more before I can make a valid decision on it. So like, I'm not condemning anybody or anything like that. I'm just like, this is a reason. This is why I don't want to do fan art on stream, and this is why I don't want to do fan art commissions, and these are reasons why I wouldn't do this stuff. And it's just things that, you know, like, I watched these videos today, and this is just a topic of discussion that I'm talking about. Because trust me, there's tons of things that I'd like to recreate. Like, I was thinking today, like, after I watched the video about Jake Parker, after Jake Parker was the video that I watched of Jake Parker's, where he was talking about that you can learn from recreating these pieces, not necessarily like tracing or like even just recopying the exact same thing, but there's like taking a character and putting them in different poses, or different, like recreating them as like robots, or recreating their costumes or stuff, just stuff like that. There's also let's see, I gotta grab a color first. See, like, one side of these, oh no, this is fun, I'm just gonna go with this. So we need to turn down the opacity here pretty significantly, I would say, actually. Jeez, I forgot where I was. What I was talking about there. Hey, Steve. I just completely forgot about what I was talking about. I think it had something to do with copyright stuff. Oh yeah, I was thinking about in the shower. I was thinking about fan art that I would do if I was to start doing fan art stuff. I was thinking about how I would recreate the Ninja Turtles. Like, what could I add to their artwork that they haven't done? Like, what could I do? And yeah. I don't know good. So I think what I would do is I would look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is like one of my favorite cartoons from when I was a kid. And I think what I would do is, like, Michelangelo is like depicted as like one of the youngest of the four. And I thought, well, what if, and like he loves pizza, like this was kind of the guy's process of like doing fan art. He would like kind of like think about like what they were. So like Michelangelo, like he's like the younger brother. He wears like his color's orange, right? Like his bandana color's orange. He uses nunchucks. He likes pizza. And like I was thinking that he likes to like he likes to have fun, but I think that he almost kind of gets picked on. Like he's the younger brother, and they kind of think of him as like he's kind of stupid, and he's kind of just like never really thinking about what he's doing. He's kind of just free-minded. And I was like, well, what if he was tired of that, and like he went on like a vegetarian pizza, and he went like instead of like reading comics and playing video games, he like started working out. And then like I was thinking of like him like this like bodybuilder Ninja Turtle, where he's just like really buff, and like he just got tired of his brothers picking on him. And I was like, oh, that would be, I would like to see something like that. And then let's see, I was thinking about other ones for all of them. I think for Raph, like he's always kind of angry, and let's see here. Let's try to turn this brush. He's kind of angry all the time. He kind of sees himself as like being held back by his brothers. So I was like, well, what if he went to like therapy and was like super calm now, and like really into like yoga. So I think I would have him, I don't know how I would do his like actual, like how I would actually depict him. Probably be happier, and I don't know, happier, probably in some kind of yoga pose, maybe in some kind of like yogi outfit. And maybe the same thing with, because I think, like in the movie recently, like he's depicted as like the biggest of the brothers. It's like he's like really bulky and tough. So maybe have him be more like slender and just fit. Because that's what yoga does to you. Does it really bulk you up? How you been today, Steve? Do you have any plans tomorrow? Oh, shoot. I just remembered that Cody was asking me about D&D, and I forgot that I have a dentist appointment. Is it tomorrow? No, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Okay, yeah. Because tomorrow's the holiday. They weren't open. I tried to make it for tomorrow, but I forgot it was a holiday. Oh, I'm not talking about movie. I'm talking about the Ninja Turtles. Let me see. Because, yeah, I can see that it's, like, giving me issues. I gotta keep seeing it flickering. So if I have to, I can adjust. So let me know if it keeps happening. But basically I was talking about the Ninja Turtles. And just readjusting, like... one of the things that that Jake Parker, it's a YouTube guy that I watched that talks about art stuff. What he was talking about, like when doing fan art, is like trying to bring something to the piece of artwork or to the story when you're doing the fan art. And I was trying to exactly Turtle Power, and I was just talking about. They did say, well, I don't think they say it now, but they definitely did say it before. Or I feel like they did. You know, they did. And I was just thinking about, like, because they're teenagers. They're meant to be teenagers, right? And what if they, like, were growing up and being different? Like Michelangelo not wanting to kind of be picked on, being the littlest brother anymore. Okay, let me try something real quick. Because it was doing it for me too. It keeps doing it. It keeps happening. If I have to, I'll stop and start again. I'm not using too much of my CPU up. I'm only using like 13%, so per stream. I'm trying to watch it and see if it keeps flickering on me. Doesn't look like it's flickering for me anymore. If I have to, I'll reset the stream. Yeah, so I was just kind of thinking about how they would have changed and how I could depict them differently. Like like I think I was saying, is Michelangelo was not. Like he was tired of getting picked on by his brothers, so he went on kind of a diet and started only eating like vegetarian pizza, and he started like working out. Like maybe he's having like gluten-free crust and like white sauce instead of red sauce, and he's like just eating healthier. And then he just like spends all his time, instead of playing video games, like working out. in training. So like now he's like this big buff turtle, like, and he's kind of short still, so he's like really stocky. Or maybe he even went through like a growing spurt. Or he's not a teenager, right? He's like went through a growing spurt, so he's. And then Raph was kind of always like emotional and angry. So like maybe he was going through something too, and I don't know. Is it still happening for you? If it is, then I'll reset right now. So you just let me know if it's doing that. Here, I'll stop and then start again and see if it's something that's going on.